Hello, everybody. It's March 17th, 2013, and this is the first ever Star Wars CCG live stream. Um, my name is Stephen Kim, or as many of the people in the SWCCG community know me, Wraith. I'm the marketing advocate for this lovely game and your host for tonight. And here I am. So, um, yeah, we're going to be playing, we're going to have a match between two excellent holotable players with the cards from at 8.3. Uh, it's going to be good. I mean, the new set is going to be focused a lot around augmenting and helping alien decks, which haven't had a lot of love prior to set 8, or block 8, I should say. But yeah, we're going to have we're going to have a good game, and we're going to get started. So the guys have already got set up, and I'm just going to switch over now. So for dark side, we have Tom, who is, and on light side we have Jarad. And you guys can start whenever you like. So Tom is playing Agents of the Black Sun, which is one of the classic alien decks or platforms. And he's going to do his regular start with the Coruscant, the Imperial City, and Prince Izor V. Jarad, on the other hand, is playing Hidden Base V, and he's going to be going Independent Starship, and starting with a remote planet, Uncharted Settlements. Jarad is saying that it's no longer Gunite. So he's going to pull Tatooine, the Rebel landing site, and the starting effects. So he's got squadron assignments, Walkling, and commando training, Kolar Slug. And Tom should play his starting interrupts and effects at some point. So I mean, this is going to be a mostly alien versus alien matchup. There are a couple of V cards from the new set in both of them, about 3 to 4 for each of the decks. And we're going to hopefully see a lot of moving around. Since there aren't going to be very many mains in this deck, there isn't going to be a large focus towards weapons. So we're going to be thinking that there's going to be a lot more location control, battling for power, and attrition is going to play a big deal. Both of these decks will probably have high forfeit, so it's going to really come down to who can hold the sites. So Tom is, unsurprisingly, pulling Scum and Villainy in the information exchange. And the Den of Thieves. So far, other than Hidden Base V playing Alien Starship, this isn't really that different from the previous set. It's a pretty standard start for agents, not really anything crazy. And we'll just have to see how the deck starts to plan out. So Hidden Base has it has a tough time. One of the weaknesses is that The flip condition is actually difficult if you get an early invade of your sites, especially if they have a lot of power carriers on one site. Um, I mean, you can flip, but usually, especially with Alien and Independent Starship, it's really kind of difficult to hold. And we're just getting everyone set up. They're drawing their hands, and you guys can start. Now I'm just going to ask the chat, how is the sound? If everything is okay, if clear on my end, if everything seems good to you guys. Not that there's many of you in there. So Tom's going to use Prince Caesar. Jared's going to pull a ship using all wings combo. So he's pulled Pulsar Skate from the reserve deck. Tom is going to pull a shield, and so is Jared. Maybe multiple shields, since these two probably know the matchup very well. So he's going to pull Secret Plans for the retrieval, and he's going to pull the Grabber Shield. Meanwhile, Jared is going to pull Abyss, or Chasm, sorry, the Grabber, and the Professor. Try to get those aliens to be a little bit more expensive. So again, very standard opening, nothing really special happening so far. Tom's got on Jabba's Haven, I guess in his opening hand. So that's good. He's going to be able to pull Malhada and get the retrieval going for a key character at later in the game. And he's going to use it immediately. So this is the standard setup. It's a little slow, but he's getting all of his activation, and that's really good. Just pulling the bridge using the We Must Accelerate. And then using Information Exchange to grab a card. And he's going to get one of the new Vigos and deploy them. So this is one of the new cards from set 8.3. It forgoes the Force Strain bonus to do a bunch of different stuff, like downloading another site or a system that's not already on table, and it also prevents spies for the early beatdown. So it's a little bit more protective, which is good for stability in the early game. But like I said, it doesn't have the Force Strain bonus, so it's a little bit weaker on the overall damage. But if we're worried about an early attack, then this is actually very strong because it gives you security for your one guy, and you don't have to run as many princes, potentially, because you're not so concerned with losing him early on. So I'm not sure what Tom's doing right now. Fooling around a little bit. There we go. Sorry, chat. I should have been focusing a little more. I've got two screens, so I actually I'm looking at the holotable game and not really at the at the chat, which is on the other monitor. But I'll make a note to look at the chat more often. So there you go. So Jared's going to be in his turn, and he's going to pull a sight and a guy using his objective. So this is someone that doesn't really see a lot of play, um, but pulls the Yurkamig, which is really strong, and it's the basic retrieval engine of this deck. And he deploys for very cheap. Or she deploys for very cheap, sorry, because of the refugee sector. This is also one of the new sites as well from the 8.3 set. So pretty good, giving your aliens a -1. Doesn't really do anything else, but you know it's really strong to make your characters cheap. And with the Yurkamig combo with this guy pulling it, you can also get some retrieval going. And overall, you need less force to get things rolling. So he's going to pull Korlog. Which is not that surprising. And here comes Yurkamig. Yep. So you can see in the text, it used to be Uncharted Settlements Aguni Te. They changed it to a remote planet in Uncharted Settlements. It looks like he's going to put out the Pulsar Skate and Mirax. I'm guessing the Tatooine. Oh, well, looks like it's going to the hidden landing site. And he's going to retrieve a force with Yurkamig. So that's good. So they're both going to board the Pulsar Skate and fly to Tatooine. Okay. And that's fine. Now, Yurkamig's going to go to use pile if if the opponent takes that site. But that's not the end of the world. He can get it back. He's got Mirax. He's just got to do a little bit of tracking. And it looks like Jared's just going to draw some cards up. And end his turn. So now we're back to Tom. Now again, for anyone just joining us, the new cards from the set so far that I've hit the table, we've got the new effect for Hidden Base V, which gives you a whole bunch of benefits.